Good day, everyone, and welcome to another episode of
Mom and Son Podcast. This is Rose Fresh Fausto, the mom, also known as FQ Mom.
And Anton Fausto, the son. So it is already December 17. And
16. Ay,
17,
sorry,
17,
sorry.
yeah. There are 8 days, but then for me, in my book, I say this 1 week na lang. Kasi December 24 talaga yung Christmas
That's
ko.
what...
And I really just, I've said this already in our past episodes, I really love the whole Christmas vibe.
It's your favorite season of the
It's
year.
the favorite season of the year.
It's the
Most wonderful time
of the year.
And it's the most wonderful time of the year, but it's also the most magastos time because people are really going out to buy gifts and really show their appreciation, their love for those close to them and those who mean a lot to them. But of course, in the inline of FQ, we want to just remind everyone that that expensive gifts aren't the only way to show your love and care for someone, especially if you don't if you don't really have the budget. You can find your own creative way to do so.
Yes. DIY, if you may, di ba?
Yeah, as long as you still show that love and appreciation in some other way. Mm-hmm. Okay, so anyway, our episode for today, I interviewed one of my closest friends, Cyril Sindac.
Ooh.
He is, by profession, he is a digital director. So he's been shooting and editing videos since we were college.
For big celebrities na rin, ano?
Yeah, okay. So it started out as just like how I started hosting. It was like hobby, and then started doing it for friends, and then from there, he's my teammate, by the way. He was my teammate in CADS.
All the way in grade school.
Yeah, grade school.
In your influx.
Yeah, in the first dance team ever, and in Indac in high school. So we were, we shared the dance journey together, and then now he's.
And you invite them to watch your that old post that you have in your.
What's this?
YouTube. Di ba you have this nice dance?
Oh, my choreography that we
Yes.
shot here. Okay, so
if
I had this a couple of years back in college. I made this choreography video, one of my favorite songs, "Party" by Chris Brown. So I got some of my teammates.
That's the title of the video. Party
choreography by Anton Fausto. You just have to YouTube that. Yeah. So it was a bunch of my teammates from CAD. So I made the choreography and then I taught it to them. We practiced it in school a couple of times. Then we shot it here at home in our dance studio. And the director and the editor was none other than Mr. Cyril Sindac, with some help from Vinny Loterio.
Okay.
They also worked together a bit. So yeah, that's what he's doing now. So he's even gotten to work with Solen,
and the husband.
Yeah, for their videos and cooking and those other type of stuff. But then now, what we'll be talking about, although I want to interview him one other time to talk about his career. But then this one, we're talking about, it's a new business venture he's doing with one of my batches also, Javi Ocampo. He's been here in the house then. He was here on my birthday. It's called Cuadro. So they are sort of like a middleman online platform for artists and people who want to get into art, who want to buy their own art pieces. Mm-hmm. Since the traditional way would be through a gallery or the we'll be talking about this more in the episode, but then what they really want to pursue and push with this business is to make art more accessible and less intimidating. Because people, like even me, I never really bought art, masyado paintings, I appreciate it, but we do have this notion, it's true, people have this notion that art is for those yung alta social, yung mga mayayaman talaga. Yeah. So what they're trying to do is there is art like that once you see in museum, but there's also great quality local art by Filipinos that
not yet
should
expensive.
And should be exposed more.
Okay, so let's get to it.
All right. I'm now inside the home, the condo of the one and only, digital director from Industria. He's been making videos since we were college. If you remember, he's part of the Cyril Sindac show. And it's my honor to interview the one and only Cyril Sindac, who is now cooking up something. Okay, so I just wanna, before we talk about other stuff, I just wanna get into it na kaagad. Cuadro. So you just opened it up last month, November. I saw the Instagram store. I saw the different art pieces and stuff. What is Cuadro? Could you explain it to our listeners?
All right.
Please.
So basically, Quadra is like an online art selling platform. So it's an online art gallery of sorts, diba? And you'll be able to browse different artworks from different artists, whether paintings or art prints, so digital illustrations or drawings. Parang it's basically a platform for artists to sell their work and for it basically to reach.
This is work, not necessarily just digital work, no.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
If I have a physical painting,
you want to sell? Yeah, you could.
Okay.
Do that. Although originally, when it was conceptualized, it was originally for digital art plan. But as I started reaching out to artists, parang they're the ones saying that can we put up original works?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, how does that work? How do you sell digital art online?
So
can't people screenshot it?
Oh yeah. Well, I think that's sort of why it's harder to sell digital art online. Just because the reason one of the reasons people buy art is because they want it, because it's unique, diba?
Yeah.
And when you say it's digital, parang the idea that it could be replicated.
Yeah.
Automatically did that. Like it loses its value. So parang people are still medyo iffy about that. But syempre for us, it's all high resolution files and like parang we limit the prints talaga. Like once let's say we limit an edition to 15 copies only. Like once we've sold the 15 copies, it's never gonna be reprinted again. Like no matter what people.
Okay.
And parang it's our
the one you show on your site isn't like the high def version.
Oh yeah. There's no way for them to
just for all the people who don't super get the tech. The tech aspect of it. Okay, so with Cuadro, how did it start? You said that it was something you thought of early pa this year, and you have a partner with it, right? So can you tell us the story of Cuadro, please?
All right, so I think Quadra actually was born out of my newfound love for parang design in general. So parang I recently got my own place, and like parang the whole process of decorating and parang putting up a space for yourself. Parang for me it was honestly super like parang siguro liberating, and parang I learned a lot about myself and
it's like a new hobby na rin.
Yeah, parang actually because of that, and like as I got into decorating, parang it came to a point that I was actually looking for art to decorate the space. Diba?
Okay.
And prior to this experience kasi I was afraid of art. Like nakaka-intimidate naman talaga.
Yeah, you think it's only yung mga sobrang social
exactly.
people.
Yeah, that's how I felt
the
about
rich
it. So,
ones talaga.
parang for the longest time, I was honestly reluctant to like engage with it simply because I felt like I don't know anything about it, or I don't have the art history,
the art eye.
Yeah, so parang for me yun pa lang, it's not for me. Then I realized in the design point of view, or even the aesthetic point of view, it's everyone experienced it differently.
Yeah.
And like it started with as I started decorating and I started looking for pieces, I soon realized that it really wasn't about the whole
being up there.
Yeah, it really wasn't.
Like,
it's a very
everybody
personal,
can appreciate it.
Exactly, yeah. And my journey with that kasi was I started asking muna friends for pieces. As in I would message mga schoolmates.
So you know people who already...
No, as in our schoolmates. Parang schoolmates natin.
Okay.
I had commissioned them for original pieces. So I'd pay them to make me,
wait. So, but you already know people who paint and...
I mean, like,
art
common friends.
Okay.
Digital illustrators. People in our org, kunwari.
Okay.
Our creatives in the org. Parang a lot of them make naman work talaga. So,
do you remember who the first person like you got?
Yeah, no, it was... I think it was Gian Encarnacion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then, so I asked her to make me this piece that I wanted sana for my home. And then
Where is it here?
It's this one. Yeah, that's on the floor. This one.
But it's in a frame.
Yeah, it's framed.
It's
framed.
Cyril has a lot of art on the floor, by the way.
No, but that one, and parang for
that's
me, that I think that's the experience that kind of started it. Like, parang for me, when that happened,
okay.
like,
can I get it?
Sure.
So I can feel your
All
story
right.
more.
No, it's this one. This one. The bigger one. Yeah.
Oh, this is nice.
Gian made that.
Oh,
Super
cool.
So yeah, it's cool. She made this digital illustration. She sent me the file. I had it printed, had it framed. And then the whole feeling, it was honestly super exciting. Parang to be able to help a friend out, pay for their work, and parang it's not just a gym.
So did you dictate the price of this, or did she?
She asked her for her rate for it.
Okay.
I saw this piece in Salen's house.
That one.
Like that. And then it for me it looked super cool.
Cyril works with Salen by
No, I was just wondering like parang
where did she get?
Yeah, I always thought it was like abroad.
Is that the one?
No, it's different. Yeah, then it was funny because I showed Gian this the painting.
But you wanted this vibe.
This is the vibe, this is the peg. Do your own thing pa rin. And then later I found that he's Filipino pala. And I reached out to him. I ended up owning an original piece from him.
That's an original piece of the same guy
who I made the peg, who I used as a peg
in Salen's house.
Yeah,
oh,
so it's
wow.
Cool. As in,
art connects people. No?
For me, it was so thrilling. Na parang it's not no one else has this piece. Like, parang it's not just something you bought off the hardware store.
Yeah.
And
Well, so this is what I'm holding. This is the only one of this.
Yeah. So that's how it kind of started. And then as I was doing online research, parang a lot of platforms online actually sell original art na digital na you could download, you can print, or you could buy frame. Pero none of them were, parang not a lot of them were local. So parang that's kind of how it started.
Okay.
Parang I even came across this platform that allows you to parang retail. Is it called retail? Na you can pay them and you'll sell their works.
Okay, yeah.
Diba? Pero
Like a reseller.
Like a reseller,
Ish.
yeah. So like, why do I have to resell works of other artists? And there's so many people in around here who have work and who want to.
And this is connected then to you because you're an artist, right? I mean, like with your experience and time in the creative field of
for sure.
directing and editing videos, diba?
Parang creative side pa rin. So parang I know what it's like to need a platform to sell and show your work.
So where does naman? So you have a partner, Javi Ocampo. Where did he come in when it came to this whole
Javi kasi he's also inclined to art, and parang him naman he's more on the tech side, so he understands like the UX side of it. So parang parang user experience side.
Okay.
So mga website stuff and
can he design?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I know that he can run. He's like a triathlete-ish, something like that. Okay.
So parang I first pitched him the idea a long time ago, and then he told me like he wanted to do it as like we wanted to team up then, because he sees how he could sort of make this evolve later on in the future. So.
Yeah. So you guys are the first in the Philippines.
No, I mean technically not. Like honestly, it's like not a new concept din naman eh. Parang people have tried to sell art and art prints online, but then I think it just hasn't taken off. So this is our own take.
You mentioned a while ago na you parang had your own experience with art and how you don't need to like have a long background with art. You don't need to paint yourself or draw yourself to be able to appreciate it. But then for you, like, how can you tell if art is good? Like, is it something you feel lang? Or
I mean, when you say subject, what's subjective?
Subjective is there's no parang rule. Dance is subjective.
Honestly, it's really subjective, and something I think it's something that kind of evolves with you, and parang on a personal level, like I saw how my choices sort of evolved as I got more and more parang I guess comfortable with experiencing and looking at art. So parang it's really subjective, and it's a personal journey, and parang honestly that's actually also the people who I'm targeting with Quadra. Parang the people who were like me before Quadra.
That's a good.
I mean, you're afraid to engage with it. You're so intimidated.
It is intimidating. So when we look at art, we think of like big museums and yung mga like big money auctions.
Yeah, and it's scary. But like you realize it's not even about the money. Like you can get good quality art at different price points.
Yeah, but it's always hard because who's to tell what's good quality?
And that's on you.
But then, like for me, at least my personal experience, like when I look at like the art I've experienced in life, it's only either yung super kiddie drawings, like stuff I would do in grade school, doodles, or like museums I've gotten to go to with like the professional, world-known stuff. So this one, Cuadro, is more of catering to that middle market. You're not like art isn't your life. Like it's not your source of. I mean, for the people who are I know your customers here, they're not the ones who are the ones who really attend art galleries and like really get to know the painted stuff. But at the same time, they wanna know about art and they wanna like have that as a part. Because I mean, here pa lang at least, and in other rooms or condos I've been in, if there's art, like any space, it can really
It really does add life. And parang I feel like a lot of people are missing out on that just because they're afraid. And there's really no reason to be afraid. And like it honestly helps both parties, because like in my personal experience, when I started reaching out to artists, tell them about the platform or tell them for a piece of work or a commission, and they honestly get really excited to share their art. And parang the fact that they have a platform, they get excited about it. And parang that's such a cool feeling then.
So the artists you target are also yung mga up and coming.
Actually, exactly. Yeah, as in that's sort of like our advocacy din siguro na parang we focus on artists who wouldn't, those who have never really exhibited before, or those who are not super up there.
Where do you find
Like,
or is it
it's honestly
referrals?
online and referrals. So like, syempre when online, everyone posts work online, and parang you see a piece you like, you see, he's not really promoting, or he's not really, I don't mean. So parang it's on, or we started online, but then it's sort of grown from there.
Okay.
Referrals.
Do you know how many? Do you have like a database? Like how many
artists
right now are in Quadro, are in collaboration with Quadro?
I think we're at mga 10 na.
Okay.
11. As in, there are a bunch of artists then na parang who have expressed interest.
Okay.
So parang they're working on pieces now, right? And parang because we do prints also, we're actually also putting up like photographers then. Photographers
okay. So
fine art photography prints.
It started with illustrations, paintings.
And it's grown to paintings, drawing. Then now we'll have photography. So parang
where do you see this going in, like, let's say 3 years?
3 years. Like,
do you have like a goal of
definitely like as in, I obviously want to grow the platform more. I mean, again, like our mission talaga is to really be a platform for the local artists.
Right now, you're on Instagram. There's an Instagram account.
Instagram account plus website.
There's a website.
Yeah.
What's the website?
It's quadraartgallery.com.
Quadra Art Gallery. With Felix, Quadra Art Gallery.com.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds...
As in, you guys bought the domain, nah?
Yeah, no, it's...
that's
honestly,
legit.
we were trying to go for Quadro, but then it's wala. I mean...
What does Quadro mean?
Well, Quadro is just frame.
Quattro.
Quadro. Like frame?
Quadro is frame.
It's
Cuadro.
Yeah,
Is it Spanish?
So, Spanish.
Nah.
It's
Are you
Spanish.
sure? Sorry. You can Google
So
it.
that's where, I mean, that's the name. It's simple lang.
Did you come up with the name?
Yeah.
How did you come up with the name?
Wala lang. Wala, kasi originally prints. As in, prints you could... Our original plan really was just art prints that you could buy na framed na.
But the Quadra sounds... I would say, more me, Quadra sounds cooler than print. Diba?
Yeah, actually.
Okay. So you want... Do you aspire someday that it's gonna be an app?
I honestly wish that one day it become a physical space. It would be cool to have a physical space where you can host exhibits, or like you can host artists, you can host...
It's not necessarily an artist's space.
Yeah, no,
it's a Quadra space, and then people... And that's really focused on that, on art.
Yeah.
Wow.
Definitely.
Now can we talk about the customer experience? Let's say I'm a customer, and then I want to check this out. I want to know how it works, and like if there's any art there that fancies my taste.
Okay.
So I check out the site or check out the store, and then you have the collection there.
Right, yeah.
Is it possible? Because like what you said nga, your first art from Gian nga, you asked her to commission you art and sort of the vibe like this. Parang ganun, diba? Is it possible for customers to have that experience or that opportunity also? They like the certain style of this one artist, but they want to have, let's say, something that's related to them. Like, I want it to be about someone playing basketball, for example, or someone hosting something.
No, that would actually be a really cool opportunity, because in that case, we kind of serve our purpose then. I mean, our goal then is to get people connected to these artists. And if they discover these artists through us, then for us, that's a win. Even if they reach out to the artist directly, whether they won't even go through us to ask for a commission. Honestly, okay na yun. I mean, that's...
But of course, it's easier if they go through you.
Go through us. No. Parang, for me, that's a win for us, and a win for the artist. So I'd actually want that to happen. For them to see a work they like and understand, this artist's style is something I vibe with, and I want a piece from them. Then if they reach out to the artist, hey, can you make me a piece? Then we did our job.
That's like the mission vision.
That's where our commission comes from. That's where our percentage comes. I think that's where So I guess.
But of course, this is something also that's profitable.
Yeah, I mean,
for at least you and Javi, no?
Obviously, starting out, it's not the main goal, really.
Yeah.
As long as we're keeping the lights on, you don't need to keep profit side of it as your main. Obviously, you need to keep the lights on, but then
it shouldn't be the only motivation for.
Yeah, honestly, like anyone can start anything online nowadays, diba? And it's so easy to drop it. As in, you start this thing, you're gaining followers now, then you lose the drive to continue. Parang that's the more dangerous part. It's so easy to
but then since this one comes from a real place,
more real place. Parang there's an extra wave of parang siguro drive din. You know you're taking care of artists.
You wanna you
so that's the second wave lang of yung push.
I get it. Unlike to motivate you to not give up.
It's not rooted on your own desires. I mean, you desire for these guys.
I guess that's that's like the main purpose of setting up a platform.
Yeah.
Isn't really just the money. The money part is probably like a realistic thing.
Of course, because the goal is really
but
to make
that can't be the entire like heart and
Right,
backbone
right.
of that thing. Oh, okay.
Kasi we want it to be self-sustaining. We don't want to lose money naman. Diba?
Yeah.
Obviously, you have to put money to put this thing up. Pero
It's not a charity.
try to make it naman parang self-sustaining in a sense na we're earning, pero because we're earning, it will allow us to get more people on board.
And even get bigger.
Get
and
more opportunities for
parang
these guys. Yeah.
have that message of yours reaching.
Yeah, hopefully.
As we end this episode, let's say there's anybody out there who wants to, get involved with this. Whether they're a customer who wants to purchase art or commission art, or if they're an artist that wants to, have that platform for other people to see their art, how can they do so?
Okay, so if you are someone who's looking for art to liven up your space or add color to your space,
your working place,
or if you're
your
an artist,
bedroom,
your artist looking
your
to,
CR, anything
to get more eyes on your work, and hopefully reach out to a bigger audience. You can head over to @Cuadro.art on Instagram.
Okay,
and
so again, that's
Cuadro.
@Cuadro.art.
Yeah.
Cuadro.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then our website is quadraartgallery.com.
Quadroartgallery.com. And they can just reach you there.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, all our works are there. I mean, I don't know when this is going up, but then we have another collection coming this December. Then
Okay, yeah,
so
this
it'll be a
coming.
new collection, new works.
Oh, yun, sakto.
And we're
That's like a
constantly
good.
perfect Christmas gift.
It's
yeah.
a different Christmas gift.
Yeah.
And me, at least for me, what makes it the most interesting part about it for me was the opportunity that you can have someone do an art piece for you, because that's usually something that when you're much older and much more successful, have more
You don't
money.
need to wait. You don't need to wait for honestly.
Yeah.
There's so many good artists, good art at
The
different
local
price
pa.
points and local. So it's honestly really exciting. Yeah.
All right. So thanks again, Sai, very much for your
Awesome,
time,
bro.
and best of luck in this Quadro ventures of yours
Quadra
and
Ventures.
Happy.
Cool.
Okay, so that was my interview with Cyril Sindac. Thank you very much again, Cyril, not just for your time and sharing your story, but that, just like I said, we recorded that in his condo, his solo living, which he
Purchased himself,
purchased
right?
himself, which he
Wow.
put art and everything in, and it's a nice
Ang galing niya, ha?
Yeah.
He's not even 2 years out of college, and he already bought his own place.
Yeah, I have a lot of fashions like those. Way back we had the Albero episode with Lanstan and Isabel Lim.
Oh, yeah.
And these are people who have. Cyril has a full-time job. It's not like this isn't his only thing. He has a full-time job which which he devotes a lot of time to. Yet he still has
That side gig.
that side gig, Cyril.
Yeah, you guys are very into side gig now, no? So that's probably your way of having more than one income stream,
Yeah.
which is good. And it's nice that we discuss about art kasi nga we really want to dispel that notion na gutom ang aabutin sa art.
Yeah.
Diba?
Na parang, art ka lang, paano?
Sabi nga
It's
dun
not just
sa-
a hobby.
Diba? I think I already mentioned this book before. The book by Jeff Goins entitled Real Artists Don't Starve. Okay.
I have not read that yet, honestly.
You have to read that. You have to read
Yeah,
that.
and
It
it's in
talks
line
about the
with
way you treat your profession, your craft, and the way you price yourself. And it gives you a really nice background all the way back in Michelangelo.
And that's something that, as we're coming to the close of this year and having almost finished 1 year of podcasting here in the Mom and Son podcast, it's something that we hope has inspired lots of people and I don't know, gave people that perspective of different artists. We've had a lot on our podcast that talked about their struggles, their journeys to reach where they are, that aren't in the traditional jobs. I should find a new term na for it kasi it starts with us with looking at it and treating it as a legitimate profession and not something that, oh wow, iba to. No, it is work. It's changing, but it's still, we still have to have the same values and same principles to survive in it.
Oh, and I just realized, Antona, if you take a look at the calendar, we've been doing the podcast for almost a year now. And in fact, the 2 remaining episodes for the year 2019 are very, very important dates.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
gonna be December 24 and December 31.
Wow,
So it's
okay.
Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
man.
again, I'd like to thank everybody who's been who've been supporting us and listening and giving their comments, and
Yes.
we'd like to invite more people to listen to it. If you liked it, or if there's something you want to ask,
Yes.
don't hesitate. We don't bite.
And share if you find any of the episodes helpful to any of your friends, family, loved ones. Okay?
All right. So once again, this has been another episode of the
Mom and Son podcast. This has been Rose Fausto, the mom, also known as FQ Mom.
And Anton Fausto Son. Wishing you guys a happy few days left till Christmas. If you can, stay
Magsimbang
off
gabi ba kayo?
EDSA.
Stay off
Stay off
EDSA.
EDSA, please. Joke lang. Yeah. Take care, guys. Bye. The Mom and Son podcast airs every Tuesday, 7 a.m. and can be streamed on Spotify, Apple iTunes, Google Podcasts, Buzzsprout.com, and YouTube. Just search Mom and Son podcast for your weekly dose of family, finance, passions, and everything in between. Leave a comment so other listeners may find this podcast. If you have any questions or suggested topics, email us at antonfausto@gmail.com.